Hey guys, this is Matt with Dent Slayer Tools. I want to talk to you briefly about some of the tools we're going to be carrying with us to MTE. It is just around the corner. We're going to be releasing at least 9 new items this year at MTE. Today we have 6 tools here that I'd like to discuss and show you guys. And number 6 is one that we believe every dent guy who owns a pack out is going to want to have in his pack out. Stick around till the end, make sure you see number 6, something you're definitely going to want to pick up and not want to miss out on. We're going to start out with number 1. The first one which I have, which is right here, this is the Mighty Mouse. So if you're familiar with the rat rods, they have been probably one of our number 1 sellers. This is a smaller version of the rat rod. This is designed to be a hand tool. It is 3/16 stainless, and it is a smaller diameter right through here, this bend, so it allows you to get closer to the dent. But if you're familiar with the rat tools or the rat rods, this is your pushing surface here. Obviously you can push wherever with this you want, but we're designed this to give you a soft, direct push. So you would weave this through a hole into the desired hole that you want, and you can push through that hole with essentially a soft push through a small diameter tool. Again, nothing new other than the size and the diameter of the radius here. Comes with a ratcheting handle, and this is made for like up around the door handles or even closer down, smaller dents on the wheel arches. You can go in there and use this, and it just brings everything down further and closer to the hole, if that makes sense. So again, this is the Mighty Mouse, 3/16 diameter, stainless steel, awesome little tool. Next up is what we are calling the Bodyline Slayer. So we just released a video that was showing this being made from beginning to end with master craftsman Chris Presley over there at A1 Tool. You got to see him build this tool from scratch. If you have not seen the video, please go find that one. That is something you're not going to want to miss, seeing this tool be built from raw materials into the beautiful piece of art you see here before you now, even into history of how these tools were made. A lot of the fixtures that they're using to make these tools have been around since day 1 of Blim Tools and the inception of A1 buying them. And so you're not going to want to miss that. All these tools are built using those fixtures and the same methods. So please check that video out. But we were highlighting this tool being made. So this is the Dent Slayer Profile, 1/2 inch interchangeable tip, 7-inch handle. We're calling it the Bodyline Slayer because we believe this really shines on doors. So especially wide doors where maybe these other tools are maxing out or you're not getting the drive you need out of a smaller diameter tool. This one, all the drive gets directed right to the tip. If it's a little too shallow or the door is too wide, you can always put an extension on it and bring that tip further out to get exactly where you need in the position of that door or in the body line. But this is an amazing tool, delivers all the power right to the tip. It is a great addition to the Dent Slayer lineup. Going down the line, we have what we are calling the Vendetta J. Nothing new in terms of its shape, but what we've done is made it bendable. So you can get in there, you can bend this thing to get to the left side of the car, the right side of the car, bend it here in the shaft, you can bend it here in the tip. Really directs this tip up underneath that brace exactly to the back side of that dent where you need it to get. A lot of the J hooks that are out now, they are hardened and heat treated in a certain position that you can't really alter. And so that's why we have left side, right side, center J hooks, depending upon where the damage is. You would go through all of those. In my mind, none of those work great. This to me is the next evolution of that, which is just a bendable J hook. So bend this exactly where you need to go, be able to get to the back side of that dent and push it out. I will say, when you have a heat treated tool that is non-bendable, it's going to have a lot more rigidity. This is a bendable tool, so it does lose a little bit of that, especially being 1/4 inch. So it's not going to have as much drive as a heat treated tool, but where it lacks in drive, it is going to deliver in being able to get you to the backside of that dent. A little bit of a loss in that it's bendable, but it gains in it's bendable that you can get to the backside of the dent that you need to get onto. So I believe this is a great tool, 1/4 inch, bendable, stainless J hook. The other one in the lineup here is a Shorty Slayer. So again, the same Slayer profile. This is the Shorty version. We have the original Shorty, which is right here with just the blade tip. So all we've done is taken this version and given it a interchangeable tip. So it's industry standard 5/16 18. Put whatever tip you want on here, and also do similar job as far as the upper doors or the larger profile doors that maybe other tools max out on. You can extend this out, put extensions, whatever you want on here, and be able to really get to the tops of those doors. We believe a ratchet handle is the best fit for this. As far as a short tool with a big tip on here, you really need to be able to deliver a lot of power. And so you can put your favorite ratchet handle on here. It's gonna come with a hub that you can either use the Dent Slayer ratchet handles or any ones on the market that have the standard hub will be a great addition to this tool. This one goes on my cart every day. I use this thing every day since I've had it. Great tool. Going down the line, we have what we're calling the butter knife. This tool was designed to be able to get in the seam of a door, where the pinch weld is, where the glue is. We're seeing a lot of big damage that we're fixing lately, and that damage goes right up to the edge of the door and even gets into those seams. Traditionally, how we would fix those is we would use some type of whale tail to be able to heat up and get right down there in the seam. The problem that I was having was a larger whale tail, you're going to lose drive or lose penetration of that glue because it's a larger whale tail. But when you get to the smaller diameter whale tails, then you're gonna lose that torsion. You're just gonna twist and wrap that whale tail around, and all the drive is gonna be lost in the shaft of that tool and not delivered to the end of the tip where you need it to go. And so I want you to think of this as more of a whale tail. That's the action that you're using. So you're going to bend this. It's bendable, so you can bend it to whatever shape you need to create to be able to get up into that seam so that the tip orients directly into that seam. And then you would twist it and treat it just like a whale tail, except no loss of power. In fact, it's actually multiplied power. When you have this type of tool that you're twisting torsionally, it creates an insane amount of pushing pressure right here at this tip. So the tip is sharp. It's pretty sharp. I wouldn't say it's knife sharp. I would say it's butter knife sharp. And what you can do is you can heat this up and you can just jam this right into the seam, right into that glue. And then just with a little bit of twisting power, just raise that edge right up. This is a great tool. You're not going to use this every day, but nothing else like this that I know of with its bendability and the tip profile. Nothing else like this that I know of. The butter knife, really good tool. And then the last one I want to show you today is what we are bringing to the show, which is basically, it's a new window guard. So this window guard is the dimensions of your pack out drawer. It is a stainless steel and it has the felt lined on the back. So nothing great in terms of the window guard and it being a window guard. But since the day one of me as a technician in the late 90s, so where do I store this thing? What do I do with my window guard? Where do I keep it on my cart? That's been the question from day one. And so we've just created a window guard that is dimensionally fits the pack out drawers. And so it gives you a really nice place to store it when you're not using it. You just sit it right on top of the drawer and it stores right away. It packs out right away. As an added bonus, what we think is one of the better features about this is that it actually acts as a extended work surface. So you can, bring your stuff down here. If you're not needing to utilize that drawer or the components in it, you can use it as an extended work surface. This really helps. I'll show you briefly. When you're working down low, maybe you're working down low on a dent, on a fender, and I need my knockdowns and my hammer, and I can bring this right down here and I can get in here and I can work on whatever I'm working on and be able to access my things, whether or not it's my phone or my tools, my hot glue gun, maybe my tabs. It can all just bring right down here. If I need to move it out of the way, it all moves. It's not sitting on the floor where I'm tripping and knocking stuff over. So it's just an added work surface. Dimensionally, it is wider than a traditional window guard, but It's designed to fit the pack out drawers so that it stores, so that functions good as a extended work surface, but also functions as a typical window guard. So this will essentially be in every pack out setup that guys are running. Why you would not have this, I don't know. I don't know where guys are keeping these or what they're doing with these without this type of setup. Some of them actually fit in the drawers. That's a fair thing. Maybe they fit inside the drawer, but then this doubles as a work surface. So you get two functions instead of the one. So I believe this will kind of change how guys are running these, how they're storing them, and actually how you're using your pack outs. Like I said, functioning as a extended work surface. We have at least 3 other items that I did not show you today that we will also be bringing to MTE. They are not ready. We will release them probably the day of MTE when we're setting up. We're gonna do a few videos kind of showing the booth, some of the other stuff that A1 is bringing, some of the other guys that are in the A1 booth. We're gonna be showcasing some of those things as well. Please make sure you come by the booth if you're attending MTE. If you cannot make it, then please check out our social media because we'll be posting some videos on there about some of the other new items. Again, these are items that you're not going to want to miss out on. Some of them are very limited quantities, so I would make sure you stay tuned to see what those items are because they're pretty sick. So thanks for joining us. Please come by the A1 booth. Please stop by, shake my hand, say hi, and we will see you guys at MTE.